Barrel of what they'd call cobbed mica, or rough trimmed mica. This is coming out of the hunks of ore and rock from the ground, from the mine itself, and then it goes to the cobbing shed. We don't have a cobbing shed on site, but presumably there was one here. The mine was operating from 1903 until about 1920, but the heyday was 1908. So imagine yourself back then, and the mica is going to the cobbing shed where younger boys and older men would work to separate those chunks or books of mica out of the waste rock, using hand tools and just separating the bad stuff from the good stuff. The cobbed mica gets packed into these barrels, which are actually sugar barrels. So reduce, reuse, recycle, long time ago. And then the barrels are packed onto a wagon such as this right here. And this is a restored ore wagon. It was actually restored by some members of the Friends of Murphy's Point, which was a pretty cool project, and built this shelter for it as well, and helped us get these horses out here. So the ore wagon with the horses and with the ore wagon driver would transport this load of ore from the mine site to Hog Bay. So did you get a chance to go to the beach today at all?
No, not yet.
Okay, well the main beach where a lot of people go swimming is on Hog Bay. So if you're standing on the beach and looking out ahead of you, way down at the south end of the bay is where the loading docks were. So there used to be a road, well, a rough road, going way back right through the bush to Hog Bay, to the loading docks. And that's where the barges meet up with the ore wagon driver here, and they load all of the mica or the apatite onto those barges, which then travel up and down the Rideau. And the whole point is to take it to the city, to Kingston or Ottawa, to trimming factories. And that's the next stage of the processing of mica. Women actually worked in the trimming factories, and they're taking this stuff, which is still pretty rough looking, and they cut it into squares or rectangles, and use knife splitting machines to cut these books of mica into thin plates that are a little bit more sturdy. You can see through them, and then they're ready to be sent, for example, to the General Electric plant in Schenectady, New York, to be turned into electrical insulators or whatever you can think of. Do you know much about mica at all? About some of its properties?
When we came in.
Yeah.
For it's heat resistant and
yep.
Transparent or opaque. You can see through it.
Yeah.
It's flexible but strong.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So some early uses of mica, if you're lucky enough to find really big crystals, several feet by several feet across, those were useful in making ship windows. Mm-hmm. Because glass technology, way back when, wasn't so great, and with the creaking and rocking of the boat, glass could shatter. So mica was a good substitute. You can see through it. It's going to keep the water out, but it can flex along with the movement of the ship on the waves. I think everything would have a bit of an amber glow to it, but oh well. Yeah. So smaller pieces of mica you could still use in not ship windows, but stove windows or lantern windows. So you may have seen one of the folding lanterns.
Center, we were looking at them, yeah.
Great. And even smaller pieces, good for electrical insulators, and even really, really small pieces, little scraps that are on the ground here, could be crushed up into powder to use as an axle grease, kind of like graphite to lubricate your locks or something.
Okay, I don't know how this is going to go. Entering the mica mine.
And we do have a big puddle at the bottom.
Ay.
FYI.
Oh, well, good thing we're in here then, yeah?
Uh-oh, this is very slippery here.
You alright?
Yeah, sort of. trying to stash my second camera here. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I can.
be prepared for a soaker.
Yeah.
Okay, you're going to get your